Hi, in this video I'm going to show you how to bring in your inventory item. In my previous video I have shown you how to create a new company, how to uh, set up the company account, the inventory, the customer name and some other things. So in this video I'm going to show you how to how to bring in your new inventory items. So on the screen here we would only focus on four major things: bringing in the new inventory item, which is here. Then we are going to focus on bringing in new inventory item, which is using this. Then we are going to talk about how to check our stock level, which is this is stock level. So which means after bringing in your new inventory item, you stock in your item by clicking on this too. You view the items that you must have brought in, that you must have recorded, by checking this. So this is just like your store. Then this is your sales page, that's to check your sales record. And this is your sell stock, so this is where you sell. This is the page that will always be up every day, probably at your sales at your cash point, your sales point. This is the page that will always be up. So I'm going to talk about bringing in your new inventory items only here. So if I'm bringing in my new inventory item, I'll click on this. If I'm posting the inventory item on general vendor, I'm going to select general vendor. So general vendor is up already. Then my inventory, I could use anybody as my vendor. Let's say I buy from Dangote, Milo. I'm going to put the Dangote here. So let's say I buy, okay, let's not post this item on general vendor. Let's create a vendor which is going to be Dangote, maybe Dangote sugar. So if I buy from Dangote sugar, I'm going to put Dangote as my vendor here. So then the invoice number that I was given at the point that I bought from Dangote, I was issued an invoice that shows all the items that I bought from Dangote. I'll put the number here, so it could be something, and you can decide to come up with your own invoice number. Say or let's say 100. We're starting from 100, 100. So that's my invoice number. If I have any other details I want to put, I can put it here. Then I'm going to select my sales tax account. This, you don't have to do this all the time, but for a new inventory, I'm going to put this. Then I'm going to put my account payable account. That's if I'm not paying the vendor right away, this is where the money goes, and wait for me till when I have money to pay Dangote. So Dangote is just supplying me, I don't have money to pay them right away. The whole money goes to your account payable account. So that is the reason why you have to select this, but let's just assume you are paying one off and you don't have to do all this. So right away I'm going to put the total number of stocks I want to buy. I bought from Dangote. So I bought this is where you put the quantity. Then I bought sugar. So sugar as a category. Then what is the sugar name? That's the name that will be on the receipt for customers when I usually have to receipt for customers that buys from me. So the real name of the item is Dangote sugar. So what is the cost price? If I'm buying at 100 naira and I'm selling at 150 naira, so that's for that. Then this is where I scan my barcode. If the item has barcode, the next field here is where I'm going to put the barcode of the item. So So I'm going to get my barcode. Then make sure that your barcode is connected to your system, that's your computer. So all I just need to do is on this new feed, I'll scan the barcode. So automatically it adds up automatically. So Dangote sugar is added up to the inventory item. Please, can you get me a barcode? Just check one of the barcode items there. The barcode scanner. Take this. Take the small one. So now that I'm done with that item, I can add so many other items here. I can decide to add 40 quantity of then the extension. Sorry. Then I can decide to add 40 quantity of sugar, still under sugar. I can decide to add 40 quantity of big Dangote sugar, which is another different item on its own. Then what's the selling price? The cost price of this is 1,500 naira. I'll strike enter on my keyboard. The first enter moves you to the next tab here. Then the next enter moves you to another tab here. So this is the selling price tab, not the next tab. Right here, I'm going to, in my next video, I'm going to tell you the function of this other tab before the selling price. So I'm going to strike my enter key twice to move me to the selling price tab or field. So I'm going to enter my selling price here. Then I'll press enter again. Then this is the field where I put in my barcode for the item. So ensure that your barcode is connected to the computer. Then you look for where the barcode is written on the item that you are scanning, that you are adding up to your inventory list. So then you scan. So once you scan the item, automatically it adds it up to the list. So take for instance, I can scan this now. So you can see automatically it's added to the list. Then I can please can you get me another barcoded item? Then on this other list, I'm going to have another 50 quantity of okay, this time around I want to do a new category entirely. I want to do milk. So I'll strike enter key. It takes me to the next category. Then I can put peak milk. Then I'll strike enter key to give me the cost price of peak milk. Then take for instance, if the cost price of peak milk is 300 naira, and I'll strike the enter key. I'll strike the enter key to give me the selling price, to take me to the selling price field. And if the selling price of this item is 500 naira, then I'll strike enter key again. Then I can now scan my barcode. So I'm just going to hold my barcode scanner and scan. So automatically it's added to the list as well. Then I'm going to do another item that doesn't have a barcode. So if my item doesn't have a barcode, and probably this time around is a bread, I'm selling a bread that doesn't come with barcode, then I'll strike enter. Maybe Fola bread, big size. Then I'll strike the enter key. It takes me to the next field. Then I'm going to put the cost price of the bread is 200. Then the selling price is 350. Then this doesn't have a barcode. So once I strike the enter key and it goes to this field, then I'll strike the enter key once again. It adds it up to the list as well. So all you just need to do is, don't forget, you don't have to stress yourself. Just put the quantity, strike enter key, it takes you to the category. If it is an existing category, you select it. So if I'm adding up milk again, I can select milk. So then here I'm going to add the new milk. So if I have a new milk, I'm just going to add it here now. Let's say Luna milk. Then this is where I put the quantity, don't forget. Then this is where I put the cost price. Then this is where I put the selling price, and I'll strike the enter key again. It takes me to the next field, and strike the enter key for the last time. It adds it up to the list. So don't forget, it's very easy. 20, strike the enter key, takes me to milk. If it is milk that I'm still doing, I don't have to select any other of this category. I'll just strike the enter key, takes me to the next one. Then I can put the milk name, let's say Goya milk. Then I strike the enter key, takes me to the cost price 200. I strike the enter key twice to takes me to the selling price. Then 400 is my selling price. I strike the enter key. This is where I had my barcode. So I'll hold the item and scan. So automatically once you scan, it adds it up to the list. So let me scan another item. You can see automatically it's added to the list. So once I'm done doing all this, I can add as many as I want to bring in, but it's advisable to add maybe just 10 or 15 items at the same time, or probably just the way it appears on your invoice. Then once I'm done with this, I'll just click on save, or I'll press F5 on my keyboard. So the shortcut to saving this thing is F5, or you click on save here. So automatically it will tell you record posted. Don't forget, your total must align with the total on your invoice. This is the total item that we brought in. That's the total cost price of the item we brought in, 91,000, and ensure that it aligns with the total on your invoice, just the way you bought it from your vendor. So once you are done, click on save here. Then it tells you record posted. That's all. So it clears up the record for you to add a new item. So if I'm adding a new item from another invoice from another supplier, so I'll put the invoice number, I'll enter the supplier's name, or I can select the supplier from this list. So automatically, once you type the supplier's name, automatically it adds it up for you on the supplier list. So I don't have to select Dangote. I don't have to enter Dangote again, because Dangote is already on the list. I can just select Dangote, then put the invoice number, put my quantity, put my category. If my category is existing on the list, I'll just select it. Then I'll enter my new item, then enter the cost price, enter the selling price, enter the barcode. Once you scan the barcode, automatically it adds it up to the list. So, and that's all about that. I can close this page now. Then let me check my stock level. You can see that on my stock level, which is this stock level, all the items that we brought in are now here and with their quantity. So you can see that Dangote sugar, the selling price is 150 naira and the available quantity is 10. Then the same thing goes to big Dangote sugar, which is 2000 naira, then the quantity is 40. Then we have so many other things here on this list, and with the barcode, and those that doesn't have barcode is left blank. So that is all about adding a new item. So adding a new item is very simple. Once you type the item name, automatically it memorizes it forever, and the next time you are bringing in that item, you don't have to go through this. You just have to select that item from the list. In the next video, I'm going to tell you how to restock your items. So if I'm adding up to Dangote sugar, I'll just select it from the list and all that. So thank you for watching this video. I'm going to end it here.